Good evening and welcome to ParaWeekly. I'm Derek Hayes and these are your paranormal news stories for the week of January 17th, 2022. We begin this evening with an update to a previous story. If you watched ParaWeekly episode 6, you might just remember the Mystery House, a strange, cube-shaped object that China's U-22 lunar rover spotted on the moon's surface back in December. Well, after a month, the rover finally made its way over to the structure to examine it further. And we're sad to report, it seems that it's just a large boulder. Now, although we're disappointed by the results, we'll be sure to keep an eye on the rover and report back if any other odd discoveries should pop up. Now, next up, a strange wolf-like creature was discovered in Utah earlier this month. Confirmed wolf sightings in Utah are extremely rare. Since 1995, there have only been 15 to 20, and mostly in areas near Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado. The animal in question here was discovered deceased on the side of U.S. Route 40 by hunter Stephen Gray, and the canine is all black and, according to Gray, smaller than some of the wolves he'd seen in Alaska and Montana. But he was 100% sure that he'd seen a wolf. Now, wildlife officials are unsure of whether the creature is actually a wolf or if it's simply a wolf-dog hybrid. However, they've sent DNA samples to a lab to undergo genetic testing. Now, whether this is a wolf-dog hybrid, or the infamous Shunkawarikon, a wolf-like cryptid from nearby Montana, we've yet to determine. But we'll do our best to keep an eye on this story as it develops further. Now, let's turn our attention from the land to the sea. Fears that the prehistoric Megalodon shark is still lurking our waters were reignited after incredible bite marks were photographed on the side of a great white shark. Diver Nigel Najafov spotted the giant scar on the 15-foot great white off the island of Guadalupe in Mexico. The photograph sparked a lot of speculation on social media that the bite could have come from the Megalodon, an ancient shark species regarded as one of the largest and most powerful predators to have ever lived, a creature believed to have gone extinct over 2 million years ago. Now, according to experts, the shape of the bite mark indicates it likely came from another shark, possibly due to competitive aggression. However, the jury is still out on what species is actually responsible. So for the time being, swimmers beware. Now, from the seas to the skies. This next story is both perplexing and unsettling. It seems that the U.S. Navy is dealing with yet another strange mystery. For several weeks back in 2019, unidentified drone-like objects stalked U.S. warships off the coast of Southern California, in an area infamous for UFO encounters. Now, the Navy, working with the FBI and the Coast Guard, have ruled out that the strange encounter was civilian activity or U.S. military operations. So this leaves only a few other possibilities. Either a foreign adversary is brazenly spying on Navy ships, or these objects are craft of a truly unknown origin. The UFOs reportedly made little effort to conceal their presence. In one video taken from aboard one U.S. vessel, a mysterious craft can be seen displaying bright and flashing lights. In another video, a spherical object appears to slowly descend into the ocean. So are these UAPs otherworldly or technology from a competing country? Or something from beyond the stars? Perhaps one day we will be privy to that information. And now, on to our next segment, Sightings of the Week. Now, our first sighting takes place in the skies above Georgia, where strange UFO phenomena was filmed from a plane flying at 40,000 feet. A member of a flight crew was attempting to photograph the Milky Way out of the plane window on his iPhone 13 Pro when he noticed another aircraft flying just above and decided to film it. That's when they noticed a strange V-shaped object appeared between them and the aircraft above. Now, some commenters on the video believe the anomaly to be the cockpit lights reflecting on the inside of the glass. Still others swear the unidentified lights are of otherworldly origin. So, what do you think was photographed over the airspace above the beach state? Now this next one was captured over the skies of Manila, Philippines. Recorded on December 29th, the video appears to show a bright white orb of light hovering in the air some distance above the ground. Now the videographer claims they were sitting on their balcony when the object passed overhead. They also claim that the craft emits pulses and lights in several portions of the video. And as we take another look, they're absolutely correct. So what is this thing? And what on earth is it doing here? Now this evening's next capture comes to us from the state of South Carolina and features two sets of vibrant flashing lights. This video, captured in Orangeburg, has local residents baffled. Some commenters have suggested anything from a blimp to a pair of drones, but as of yet, the jury is still out. And something as equally intriguing was captured just outside of Bakersfield, California, earlier this month. Now this video appears to show a bulbous white object flying high above the camera operator. Now throughout the video, the mysterious object appears to morph and change shape, going from a mushroom cloud shape to something more akin to a worm or a snake. Now it's certainly worth noting that this type of phenomena has been reported en masse in central Mexico. Now they call these things Ibani, and these anomalies are believed to be biological in nature, either from here on Earth or something extraterrestrial. Now here are a few other videos claiming to have captured this elusive phenomena. The locations of the following clips are unknown. What do you guys think? And residents of Beach Park, Illinois had quite the shock when either three unidentified craft or one large unidentified craft silently cruised over the town last November. Now this video was shot by an anonymous witness and appears to show exactly that. 3 points of light that could either be three separate craft or one larger craft with connecting points. Now the witness didn't give much info, but did mention that the unknown object vanished in thin air as they made their way toward Lake Michigan, a well-known UFO hotspot. So what do you think? UFOs or high-altitude military helicopters? Let us know in the comments section below. And tonight's final sighting of the week comes to us from Red Gate, Montana, where hunter Donald Bromley captured this strange entity that he calls a naked alien on his trail cam. Now, when he first discovered the image, Bromley first suspected the entity was simply a person passing by the trail camera he had left at his hunting grounds. But after further examination, he began to suspect something less conventional. The more I look at it, it was just odd, Bromley said to a local news station. It was out of place, and everything just matches the alien persona. The bigger, bulbous head, you can tell he has no clothes. It's kind of a transparent being. Now, what makes this image even more mysterious, according to Bromley, is that it was taken miles from public access and in a location that requires a 1,000-foot drop into a secluded canyon, making it unrealistic that someone would simply be passing by. So, what do you think? Is this an alien, a spirit, or simply a nighttime hiker? And now on to tonight's final segment, viewer-submitted evidence. Now our first submitter sent in the following anonymously. I came across the attached photo during a routine environmental inspection of a pipeline in Wyoming. I'm not sure what this is. Could be multiple mountain lion prints in one, but the odd arch made me ponder and wonder. This area was not dense forest, but had quite a bit of woody vegetation. This photo was taken in March 2021, and snow was melting at the time. The snow imprint was in the shadow of a tree. I can't say I saw, heard, or smelled any other sign, but I did have an odd urge to not investigate any further. Now I can actually see a few deer tracks inside this supposed footprint, And given the bare patches, there may have been other, larger footprints there at one point as well, but have since melted. But what I suspect might have made this particular track isn't a hairy giant biped, but rather falling snow. I wonder if a large amount of snow fell from a pine branch above, coincidentally forming a footprint shape. Now as the snow melts, that shape distorts even further, leaving us with what we have in this photo. Or are we looking at a strange footprint left by a mysterious creature? Now there was no mention whether or not there were more than one track, so we just have to go by what we have. Now the next viewer submitted video comes to us from Colchester, Essex in the UK. And witness Fraser says the following. Hi Derek. I took this picture on December 22nd, 2021 in Colchester, Essex, of the moon as the clouds made it look really quite good. It wasn't until I looked later to crop it that I saw the strange object in the sky. No idea what it is. No planes or aircraft in the sky, and I only saw it after I took the pic. Any ideas what this is? Many thanks, Fraser. Well, Fraser, I certainly don't know for sure, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say some sort of lens flare from the building below. But I'll be the first to admit that I'm not sure where or how this occurred. Now, it's certainly not lost on me that the object in question looks like the rear portion of a ship we'd expect to see in the movie Star Wars. So, perhaps the object is genuine. It's certainly an intriguing image. And finally this evening, this last one comes to us from Eric in New York, and he claims the following video was taken in Stamford, Connecticut. Now the video appears to show several large bulbous-looking anomalies gliding just over the water in the distance. As we zoom in, we get a better look. Now I hate to burst any bubbles here, but I believe what we're seeing are parasailers in the distance. Now here's an example that is not backlit by the sun, and at a closer distance, allowing us to see the full detail of the boat and the sail. So, is it possible that these were just several parasailers launching in the distance? I actually did a little looking around, and there are several businesses in the area where Eric shot the footage that offer parasailing. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. And a humongous thank you to all of those that submitted this evening. And a reminder that if you have a photo, video, or some audio you'd like me to take a look at, shoot me an email at contactparaweekly@gmail.com. And that's going to do it for this evening. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you enjoy what you see, tell a friend, or better yet, share ParaWeekly on your social media account. We sure do appreciate the gesture. For ParaWeekly, I'm Derek Hayes. Have a good night, and keep it spooky.